Hello, my name is Jason, and we'll be talking about why marijuana should be legalized. Three of the top reasons why are the medical benefits, the recreational use, and the economic benefits. The first reason, which is the medical use of marijuana. Marijuana used medically has multiple benefits to include no deaths and helps with medical conditions such as Alzheimer's, epilepsy, depression, cancer, and morning sickness. It helps Alzheimer's by preventing the enzymes from accelerating the Alzheimer's plague in the brain, as well as protein clumps that can inhibit cognitive and memory more effective than commercial drugs. With epilepsy, marijuana plays a critical role in controlling the spontaneous seizures in epilepsy. And that comes from Dr. Robert Dorlenzo, professor of neurology at the Harvard School of Medicine. Marijuana helps depression by calming them down, and it lowers the depressive symptoms. People who smoke pot have less depressed moods and more positive effect on everything. How many prescription drugs can you say their side effects include happiness? The American Cancer Society says that THC, which is the main ingredient found in marijuana, was approved by officials to relieve nausea and vomiting that is caused by chemotherapy, and it increases the appetite in cancer patients. 92% of women found that the effects of marijuana has on morning sickness were very effective. Here is a situation that could be life-threatening. This is a story by Dr. Winnie Lynn Curry. Within 2 weeks of my daughter's conception, I became desperately nauseated and vomited throughout the night and day. I vomited bile of every shade and soon began retching up blood. I felt so helpless and distraught that I went to the abortion clinic twice, but both times I left without going through the procedure. Finally, I decided to try medical cannabis. Just 1 to 2 puffs at night, and I needed in the morning, resulted in an entire day of wellness. I went from not eating, not drinking, not functioning, and continually vomiting and bleeding from 2 orifices to being completely cured. Not only did cannabis save my life during the duration of my hyperemesis, it saved the life of my child within my womb. The next reason that marijuana should be legalized is the economic benefits. One way that it will help the economy is the tax revenue. The average annual trade in marijuana is about $113 billion, which represents nearly $45 billion in taxes slipping through our fingers. This information was provided by Harvard economist Jeffrey Muron. In the New York Times, written by Gore Vidal, an essay in the 1970s, Vidal spoke to a previously era of prohibition in the United States. History cautioning the reader to avoid repeating the lessons of the past. He also wrote, "No one in Washington today recalls what happened during those years." Alcohol was forbidden to the people by a Congress that thought it had a divine mission to stamp out, demon run, and launch the greats, a rhyme in history, and caused thousands to die from bad alcohol that was made wrong. The final reason marijuana should be legalized is recreational use. Personally, I believe smoking marijuana socially does not harm anyone. Just like alcohol consumption, it should be done responsibly. Also, if you think about it, maybe if people smoked more pot at a smoke bar or just in their own home together, they could be more sociable. Like myself, I would probably speak to everyone if I was high. I just wanted to reiterate, marijuana should be legalized throughout the United States because the benefits that I shared with you As long as you smoke responsibly, you shouldn't be penalized for being responsible. I want to thank everybody for coming, and I have another, a visual aid, and this is the potential therapeutic uses of medical marijuana, and I'm going to pass this around, and then thank you everyone, and have a good day.